Dang. We here
Hello.
March, our third tea stream.
It is. It's our third tea
Yeah.
stream. It's impressive.
Dang.
Oh
And
my
we're
god.
adding a new family member to the TeaTubers group.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
At least, considering. Cause
Mm-hmm.
no, you silly butt. Okay, I don't like studio mode.
Oh.
Sniffles. I'm sniffling.
Oh, it's okay. Do you have allergies? Allergies?
I do have allergies.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I have a secret. I must tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Do tell.
I can't have tea right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're doing the allergy test.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm having allergy
Oh, no.
test
Mm-hmm.
on Friday. So I can't be doing any greens or herbal teas. And of course, all the teas that I want to drink right now are either greens or herbal teas.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks.
So I'm having water and unnamed 0-calorie beverages.
Oh no tea.
Unnamed 0-calorie beverages that are definitely not healthy for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like whatever the fake sugar like syrups are. Tea hype. I love tea.
Oh, mood.
So, for those of you who might not be familiar with any of us, I'm Leah.
I'm Sedaria.
And I'm Kip.
And the three of us have been doing this lovely TeaTuber tea club for the last few months. And this month is our March stash busting month.
Yay.
Yay! Where we take various teas that are in our dragon hordes of tea and we try to reduce our dragon hordes.
Try.
Keyword is try. We've the goal is to not buy any teas.
I was gonna did not buy tea.
Okay, I mean, I also bought tea. I ran out of my lavender Earl Grey, and I'm like, okay.
I just couldn't help myself.
It's very, very
On the far
important.
right, is it messed up?
What's happening? Are you okay?
On
Huh?
Oh gosh, I see it. Okay.
What's happening, Sid? Are you okay?
Oh no, don't worry about it. I just didn't realize I had to crop the Kip's thing a little bit because my partner was like, "Oh, you might want to crop the blinky on the right." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
So,
But it's all good. Don't worry. Okay.
one awesome announcement. Sid already said it, but we might be adding another person into our tea club next month.
Yeah.
Yay!
Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
They're really cool, so hopefully.
Hopefully.
Mhm.
And another awesome announcement, which involves our next slide. We got art, and it's so cute. And this just makes me want to have more tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the three of us got some art from a really awesome artist that I can't spell their Twitter handle because I'm dumb and forgot to write it out. But I will... Hold on. I will be sure to write it out in my Discord later so you guys can go check her out. She's cool. I know. And she's really cute and so polite, and her rates are very reasonable. For
Super fast too, yeah.
yeah, like she's really fast and she gives you lots of like feedback, and she's really cute. And she's a great artist. So this month, right? It's super cute. So this month, what we did was each of us had 5 teas that we took from our stashes that we tried to either finish off or make a good dent in. And
Did you guys actually finish any?
I finished one.
I finished
but
one.
I did
Oh.
make a good dent in two of them. I
You're doing
couldn't
better than
make
I
that
am.
much of a dent.
I
I
made
couldn't make that much of a dent in one.
I mean, I made a good dent in two of them because they were small samplers to begin with.
Yeah.
Because it was like 1 ounce of each tea, so it was like,
Mhm.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I didn't finish anything, but sometimes it'd be like that.
I think the only reason I finished one of the teas is because it was like a tea that was shared amongst the family instead of just being my tea.
Ah.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends actually just visited, and I'm like, yes, help me consume tea, because I cannot consume tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely yoinking this from your chat, because I'm like, yes, here we go. Here's the
yes.
artist.
Yeah.
Sid posted the artist, so I'm posting it.
There you go.
Boom.
Get yoinked.
Get
Boom.
yoinked.
So so with that being said, since the 5 teas that each of us consumed were all different, we're not doing a tier maker this month because there would be no point.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, let's go on and proceed to our first tea of the month. This was Gratefully Yours, a tea from David's Tea. I decided to use the pictures from the David's Tea website because they're better than the pictures that I took. I have feelings about this tea, and not all are good. I will say I love the color.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, thank you. Wait, my volume's on the wrong thing.
Oh no.
But something just happened. But thank you. Thank you for the
happened on
follow.
my side, and I heard something.
That was my bad. I did not realize that my sound was not directed to my headphones, but instead to a speaker system.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
So with that being said, let's reset the scuff counter. Hold up, cancel. I can't do that from the multi-stream. So let's reset scuff, and then scuff. Scuff count of 1.
But thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow.
Luna and Himawari.
Mm-hmm. So we have what I wrote down for the dry smell. I wrote pungent acid.
Oh no.
It was like an uncomfortable first whiff, and then you get a robust grape flavor. So like it starts off unpleasant, and then it's very pleasant, and you're just very confused at the end. So then I brewed it, and I wrote down, so you know those grape candies where you can't tell if it's artificial or real?
Yes.
Yes.
That's kind of gnarly.
That's how it smelled like.
Huh.
But then the brewed taste is it's surprisingly pleasant for a brewed taste. Like, I would be willing to finish off this tea but never buy it again. Is basically because the grape taste isn't too strong and it's not too weird, but I don't like the aftertaste personally, and I found it a bit strange and a bit off-putting.
Okay. Understandable.
So yeah, and that is my tea.
Okay.
It's really at least, but man.
I know it does look so pretty, so that's kind of unfortunate. Like,
I think it's definitely more meant to be an iced tea, so I will need to try it iced to see if my opinions change. But as of right now, my opinions are that It's all right. It definitely is prettier than functional.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So our next tea was a Sid tea, I believe.
Yes, the white tea Hanlu. So I got this up I in like a little sampler set. And so this site Serene Tea is really nice because if you don't know what tea you want at all, you can get tea recommendations. You'll get tea recommendations sent to you by a tea sommelier. Sommelier.
And
Um,
it sounds so pretentious, but they're so good.
but it is like a legitimate kind of like job um that they have, and the teas are really high quality, and you see the picture there with the whole leaves. That's exactly what I got in the package as well. Like I didn't get well, there were obviously like some like bits of like crushed leaves, but a majority of the leaves were whole leaves, and that was really nice to see. um, so I also put some small information. So it said that it has a delicate, elegant, and smooth, with wild flowery aroma and a subtle touch of savory umami.
That's just
Marking the arrival of winter, Hanlu is an exquisite winter delicacy of 100% pure white tea, and it was named after one of the 24 Chinese seasons on the traditional calendar. There, Hanlu offers a wintry freshness like the morning dews on flower petals after a long, dark night.
that I will say that first line
Hmm.
is so buzzwordy.
Yeah, definitely. So,
A
like,
lot of yeah, a lot of
mhm.
pros there. You know.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
They're
like the
selling it.
T is going for a job interview and it's like trying to write down as many buzzwords as possible on its CV.
Yeah, it's like, these are my pros. This is why you'll love me. You
Really
love
selling
me,
it.
right?
Yeah, dude. Love you. You yet, but I love you already.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do agree. Like it has a delicate flavor, and it is very smooth. It's easy to drink. Like all the teas I got from Serene Tea were very yummy and easy to drink. What happened with my slide?
What happened?
Um,
What?
Nothing. My slide just moved on because I think it auto plays after a little bit.
Oh. Oh no.
Um, it's okay. It's okay. Uh, but yeah, it was definitely very yummy. And besides drinking the white tea just on its own, I've also been adding some of the dried flowers and herbs that I have with the white tea, and just
Ooh.
making my own like simple blend. I mainly make a lavender chamomile blend or something.
That sounds
Um,
very fancy.
yeah. Yeah, but it's definitely really nice tea. If you want high quality tea, then I definitely recommend going to Serene Tea.
Mm-hmm. And I have to admit something as well. Two of the
Mm.
teas from my five teas are also from this website.
Yeah.
We separately bought samplers
Hmm.
from this same website and realized that we didn't open them, and they're just taking up space, but they're very good quality. So
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a good like four teas of the 15 that are all from the same brand.
And we were like, okay, we probably shouldn't do a majority of the teas from Serene Tea, so we tried like picking different ones.
Mm.
So
The
that's about it
pictures of
from
it
my
look
side.
really good.
Yeah, their pictures are nice. I was like, oh, so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take anything better than this. So here we go.
Yay.
really leaves like super well. Like it looks really good.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, high quality tea pictures like this, it makes me want to actually get a good camera just to take those same pictures.
I mean, a DSLR is still cheaper than a live 2D model.
You
Right,
right.
right.
You right.
So our next tea was one of Kip's teas.
Yeah, so this one is a Harney and Sons Celebration blend, which is a limited edition one, I believe, only comes out during the winter time.
Ooh.
So yeah, so you can read the description over there on the right side. But basically, it's kind of like a Christmas tea, kind of. Specifically, they had in mind Hanukkah. So it's black tea with a little bit of apricot and then hazelnut, cinnamon spice.
Does it have candle oil?
Candle oil. It actually doesn't. It's one of the better cinnamon blends that I've tried in my lifetime. Like there's a little bit of cinnamon just to add that little something, but it's not like intensely false spice candle.
Oh, no. Okay, so the story of Hanukkah is they had a candle that lasted for 8 days when it should have only lasted for 1. Which is why I was jokingly asking, does it smell like candle oil? Does it have candle oil in it?
Like, Yankee candle.
I was like, I see what you're saying.
It's like, is it a tea that lasted for 8 sips when a tea that lasts for 8 steeps when it should only last for 1?
Oh
yeah.
I've never had a that lasted for a while.
I'm gonna be like, hey Harney, this ain't a Hanukkah tea.
I see. That makes sense. Well, I bought a pound bag, so it is lasting longer than I expected it to.
That's a lot of tea.
Yeah. I mean, do you like it?
I love it.
So there we go.
That's good.
Like I was saying, it's not as cinnamony as you would think.
Yeah,
but and so there's like a fruity smell to it. I wouldn't identify it as apricot right off the bat. It's not very sweet at all, but I think it's good with or without the sweetener.
Okay, nice.
And so, yeah, even though it's supposed to be a winter holiday tea, I would drink it all year round. I don't know if it would be good iced, but it's definitely good spring so far.
Maybe that's the thing you can try.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Since you have so much of it.
Yeah, I think I've gotten down half the bag since Christmas when I bought it, so it's not like the worst purchase I've ever made.
That's I would think that counts as you making a good dent in it.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess so. Not all of it was this month, but yeah. If it works, it works.
It counts. I think it counts. It sounds great, though.
Yeah, I would love to try it.
There's the little cornflowers that don't add anything to the flavor, as far as I know.
It's there for aesthetic.
Yeah,
Cornflowers.
I'm sorry.
Cornflowers peak aesthetic.
Okay, yeah, it just artfully spill it on the table and take a picture.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, if I tried that, it wouldn't look nice.
Yeah.
It look like a mess.
Depends on what kind of what kind of table or backdrop you have.
Yeah.
So our next tea is electric lemonade, which which is another David's tea one. This is, once again, I liked this photo better than my photo, so I used the one from David's Tea website. This is, I believe, a tea flavor that they're discontinuing.
Yeah.
So, womp womp.
It's actually so good.
It's super duper delightful, but it is sip on a citrus mate for a much needed energy boost. This bright and zesty version is especially electrifying with its tart and fruity combination of yerba mate, lemon, currants, and berries. Think of it as the adult's lemonade. Bold, tangy, with just a hint of sweetness, with an unexpected kick. So infuse, drink up, and feel like a kid again. And oh! Thanks, Headless Chicken!
These descriptions are great sometimes.
The description's fantastic.
Especially on David's, to be honest. I love reading.
They really sell it.
Oh, yeah.
Sales lady voice, though, that was really something I was not expecting.
Thanks. I can retail voice, guys.
Hey.
Hey, it's a skill. It's a skill.
I have lived the retail voice. And then sometimes I stopped the retail voice and it got me more brownie points than doing retail voice. Retail is weird. Retail is a weird, wild place. So the
Yeah.
electric lemonade, it just smells like Starbursts or Skittles, or not like as sweet as Skittles, but it kind of smells like Starbursts, but specifically like the pink lemonade Starbursts and
Oh yeah.
lemongrass.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
lemongrass. Never mind.
So
My enemy.
it's
Yeah.
a yeah, it's like lemongrass, green mate, and a whole bunch of berry pieces and apple pieces.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
It's delicious.
Yeah, like
And
I got it too. My Boo bought it for me, and it's so yummy.
mm-hmm. Like it definitely feels like it's just a berry lemonade. It's good cold, it's good hot. It's good just for any occasion. And the only problem is that it's being discontinued. At
Yeah.
least I think it is. The David's Tea website is like last chance. So
I know they actually, yeah, they always do that. They're like, we're discontinuing this, and then later on they'll bring it back. And like, we're back.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
So
I
dramatic with
got I
it.
got myself like 8 ounces of the stuff.
Mm.
Because like if it's gonna be gone forever, I might as well like indulge. But I made a
Mm.
good dent. I consumed a good ounce and a half
Dang.
just in the last like month and a half.
That's good. That's good. Good dent.
It's a good
Yeah.
dent. So it's a
Very
it's
good.
a veritable
Yeah.
dent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't had a cup of electric lemonade since I've been focusing on the stashed teas this month.
I mean, I made a good dent in it because it is one of my is one of the
Yeah.
teas in my stash that I'm like, I need to use this. Because I
Yeah.
have like 4 2-ounce packets, and I'm like, I didn't expect, because it was my first time ordering online from David's Tea,
Oh yeah.
and so I didn't expect them to all come in 2-ounce packets.
Oh.
So
Oh,
so
I see.
I got like 8 ounces, but there were 4 2-ounce packets, and I'm like, oh, this is taking up a lot of space.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah. I hate that they do that. But it's nice if you have like a tin around to condense it all into one place. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
I
it's
have
such a
the only tin that
Yeah.
I had available was a 2-ounce tin,
Mhm.
so
So that's
it's
not gonna fit.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
not
no,
help,
and then-
not helpful.
Oh yeah, like when I got it, or when Brew got it for me, it was still around like February Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
So it came with like a special, like if you ordered 4 ounces, then you get a special Valentine's Day tin. So I only
Yes.
ordered 4 ounces because I didn't know if I was gonna love it or not.
Oh,
Um I know you ordered eight.
I ordered 8 ounces.
Went in.
I got the Valentine's tin as well. I just
Just did all of it.
I have a problem.
It's okay. We all have a problem. That's why we're here in this
yeah,
YouTuber
there's that
stuff.
tea anonymous, you know.
It's not very anonymous. So our next tea sounds delightful. It's one of
Oh
Sid's
yeah,
teas.
it is my tea. So this is definitely one of my cheaper teas.
Mm.
Now I go to over here, the department store is called Marshalls or Ross. There's like two different ones.
Okay.
And family goes there a lot, and I'll always scope out the teas, um, and I'll buy whatever sounds interesting. There's not a lot of interesting ones. Usually it's made your basic like English breakfast, maybe like jasmine or something. But I saw this one time and I was like, wow, I love strawberries. Let me try it. It's pretty cheap. I think I got it. um two something, 2.99 maybe for the box.
That's
That
cheap.
doesn't Yeah, that doesn't sound great for a tea, but but it was actually pretty good. Um, so the brand is Clipper. I never heard of Clipper before I saw this tea.
So
Um,
I will admit,
mhm,
I saw you were telling us about it, and so I
yeah.
immediately went online to try to see if I could buy some online because
Uh-huh.
as everyone
Yeah.
knows, I have a problem.
It's
I thought we weren't buying new tea.
What? I mean, it would be for buying new tea in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
I have
I
I
blended right.
and I you can't buy it online. You can only buy it in select. It even says select Ross and Marshall's stores.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, dang, wow! Like there was only one box of it. And only one box of just Clipper tea, just that one.
Mm.
And so I was like, oh, dang. Okay, I'm gonna snag it.
Mm.
Yeah, like I thought they would have a store, but they are definitely a cheap brand, so you could only find it in those department stores. So I was like, dang, because I do like it. But I still have this is the one of the teas that I couldn't finish, but I did make a dent in it. So
That's
it's
nice.
not too bad. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
It does look good though.
yeah. According to them, it's a gloriously sweet infusion reminiscent of sunny days and ice cream. And they claim that they are the pioneers of unbleached and plastic free tea bags, and they always strive to make things better for people and the planet. So they're sustainable, organic, non GMO, caffeine free, kosher, gluten free, and I would assume teas are vegan and vegetarian, though I
I
guess
I
depends.
I have
I don't know.
I mean technically
I
Guinness
guess,
is
yeah, I
not
guess so.
vegan.
Yeah,
Guinness the
true.
beer is not vegan because of the fish. Is it fish livers or something that's
Or
fish that they
something.
filter the
Yeah,
beer through?
beer, I understand. I guess I just never thought of like
Tea
that tea can't be vegan.
Yes.
So I do
no
that
idea.
makes me
I've
wonder now.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you can add powdered milk to teas.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You could, and I guess maybe some artificial flavoring or sweeteners in blends might not be okay for some
Mm.
vegans. So okay, understandable. But yeah, so in my notes, I wrote down that it smells like definitely smells like sweet and juicy strawberries. You get strawberry flavor, and it's strawberry scent. um, and it doesn't smell artificial either. It
Mm.
smells like fresh strawberries.
That's
Um,
impressive.
yeah, yeah. And I thought it really surprised me too, because I didn't expect it, and I was like, whoa! It just strawberry just hit my nose. Um, and it's expected, but it's more of like a tart tea, but still light at the same time. It's not too tart. Um, it's light. It's yeah, it's light, but it's like in the middle. It's not a heavy
Okay.
tea per
That's
se.
really
I mean,
nice. That
it's
sounds
herbal.
fantastic.
Yeah. The way I'm gonna describe it in a little bit doesn't sound pleasant, but it's something that I like. So it's as if you took tea and fresh strawberries and you just soaked the strawberries in the tea, and that's how you get the strawberry in the tea.
You know if it works.
Okay. My mind went places it should not have.
Okay. But, but yeah, that's this one, the strawberry fields herbal tea. It's quite nice.
Nice.
Hmm.
Mm.
So let's see. Next
The
one.
next tea is Kip's Holy Detox. That sounds
Yeah,
that sounds
it sounds kind of
fancy.
sus. I know.
It sounds so fancy.
Yeah, so this one's from I guess it's a smaller tea retailer. They do have an online store, but it's like super expensive, so I wouldn't recommend trying to order from their online store. It's Zen's
Okay.
Tea House. They're kind of like,
I'm immediately
how do I
Googling it in the middle of the stream.
you do you, it's not your you
It's
don't have to
okay.
worry about like your slides for a minute, so you know. Okay, so I would describe it as kind of like a hippie-ish aesthetic. Like it's all very like all natural,
I'm searching it
holistic
up right
health.
now.
Do it. It's worth taking a look at least. So let's see. This is their apparently #1 best-selling herbal blend, which
Mhm.
is mostly made up of holy basil or tulsi leaf, rose hips, spearmint, lemon myrtle, and linden blossoms. Now I have no idea what half of these taste like, but I do know what the other half tastes like. So,
Oh man, that is quality prices.
yeah, the $80 per pound bag is really like, whew, you know, whew,
Yeah. That's a
it's steep, shall
you
we
That
say?
is.
yes, you Kip has good taste.
Oh, it was a gift, so I didn't even. I could
Oh,
not afford the I don't think.
you
But
didn't have to
yeah,
spend for it.
no. Yeah, I don't think I would have like went out and
Wow.
seeked this out. But yeah, so the website describes it as minty, lemony, and berry. I get mostly like mint because spearmint takes over everything it's in, with a
Of
little bit
course.
of
Of course.
basil scent. It's not real. It's not like a real basil, but it kind of reminds me of basil, like that herbally green flavor,
Yeah.
which I assume is the tulsi. And as you can see in my little picture here, it kind of just looks like you took like a parsley shaker and spilled it, but you threw some raisins on it. Or, well, I guess in this case it's
Nice.
rose hips, but they look like raisins, so whatever.
Yeah, they do.
But it does taste pretty good. It's like, I would describe it as maybe like almost like a mint rose hip lemonade, but without the lemon, or with less lemon.
Okay, that sounds really good. Sounds like it could use like smidge less mint in it, but otherwise good.
Mhm.
I would guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind mint myself, so I would. I'm kind of curious about it, but I don't know if I'll get it because it does sound kind of expensive.
I like
But
your
maybe.
notes. I like your note of you drink at night to pretend that you're doing something healthy for yourself. That's the best note.
That's relatable, honestly.
Mm. So
Yes, it is my quote unquote health tea, yeah.
yeah,
But that's all I really have to say about it. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not good. Or, well, I mean, it's not.
it's
not
like that. It's
amazing.
like that skinny whatever
Oh, yeah,
tea from the
skinny teas or
teapot.
something.
The skinny tea from the tea spot that tasted funky. I'm sure this tastes better than that though.
It does, yeah. I mean, they don't outright go out of their way to say like, oh, by the way, it'll make you skinny or whatever. But the implication is there: digestive aid, stomach inflammation. You know.
That's
They're
nice.
in fancier
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah.
Fancy.
It's okay.
Yeah. That sounds nice. Our next tea was one of my teas that I got about halfway through, which my pictures do not do it justice, especially in terms of its like clearness. So first off, I'm going to say I am both thankful and very disappointed in myself that I delayed drinking this to this day because it's sold out.
No. Oh no.
And I'm glad because I don't need more tea. But I'm sad because this is a really amazing tea.
It sounded so good from your descriptions. Go on.
I'm just like, first off, when you brew it, the color is almost clear, but it has the full smell and taste of an oolong. It's just like, it's like, yeah, a milky oolong. It looks kind of like clear plus a little bit of milk, and you're like, what in the F?
It's like you just got yourself a cup of water and just added a drop of milk.
Basically, it does basically look like that. And so this oolong, it starts off in these little oolong pellet nugget things, and then you brew it, and the tea unravels and unfurls, It's really cool. And it's like, it begins with a subtle, natural, milky aroma and refined by refreshing floral fragrance and a delicate sweetness. As the steeping goes on, the fruity and floral note complement the creamy, smooth mouthfeel, which is really creepy sounding.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's so creepy sounding, but it's real. Like it's like accurate. Like you know those people that write things that's true but kind of skeevy sounding. This is that tea. Also, you can steep this tea twice, and it's fine. Just steep it for a minute longer. Magic.
Ooh. Dang, now I need for it to come back so I could buy it.
I mean, so this is from, so this is one of the ones that I got from Serene Tea Cha,
Yeah.
but there are plenty of other sourcers, or what's the word? Sellers.
Yeah.
There are plenty of other sellers of the Ali Shan Oolong varieties. It's just sold out on Serene Tea Cha website.
I see.
So it's probably from like a different farm or a different like region. I don't know. And so what I wrote down for my notes was nice and lightly earthy, and you can tell that it's not a blend and just a pure oolong.
Yeah.
And basically, most of my notes are just like, how in the hell is this tea so clear, but so like...
Yeah, I've never seen such a clear tea.
It's magic. I literally wrote it's magic twice. I just noticed that in my notes. And I was like, it's what I wrote. It's like, it smells like a nice, earthy without being overpowering oolong. And I basically, for brewed taste, I'm like, how is this creepy description so accurate? It's so creepy, but so true. It's floral, it's earthy, it's no astringency, basically. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be sad when I finish this tea.
Oh, they must have really thought hard about how should we describe this tea, just in the boardroom, like... Anybody got something.
Yeah.
Someone slowly raises
And then you have
hand.
someone who writes fan fiction in the background going, I have an idea.
Many ideas. Everybody stand back. I'm going to use my fanfic experience to describe this.
Basically.
I can see it now. The more we talk about it, I can see it.
Yeah, right.
Description.
So I would say, hands down, this was my favorite tea of my 5 teas. Like, I say that right now.
On the floor.
Yeah, just right now, like, boom! Yes, the best.
I mean, it sounds the best out of all of your teas so far.
So, we're going to switch gears to something that what I would not consider the best because I'm not a fan of chocolate.
Yeah.
But it looks like if you like chocolate, it'd be really good.
So, this is my tea. It's also another cheap tea. And also another one I got at department stores. Can you see my trend? Like, I got it from Marshall's as well. Similar to the last one, the Clipper tea one, the strawberry. And this is the chocolate super berry burst by English Tea Shop. You also cannot like find this like this specific one, chocolate super berry burst, online, but you could find like their other blends or flavors.
So does this mean that this is a discontinued flavor, or
maybe I don't know. Like I tried really hard to find it. It might just be available somewhere else, but not in the US. I know that they do sell on Amazon, and I think there were other places where they sell. So, this says that it's packed with flavor. Chocolate super berry bursts tangy notes will dance on your palate, while the antioxidants will give you a rejuvenating boost. 100% caffeine free.
Nice.
Yeah, and apparently, their farm, or like the tea farm that they get their stuff from, is from Sri Lanka. So I was like,
Ooh.
so kind of surprised to hear that. Um, so it's a rooibos herbal tea.
Oh, Rooibos
Uh,
is nice.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And I wrote down that it has a nice chocolate and berry smell. Um, the scent isn't, super strong, but it's still, present enough that you could like get those scents from it. Um, Even when brewed, though, this scent still isn't super heavy. I don't expect a super heavy scent though, because it is a cheaper tea, so I wasn't expecting a lot. I just want decent tea. um. Oh my! What happened to my slides for a second there? Um. Similar. Yeah. So the scent is similar to when it's dried.
Hmm.
Uh. In my opinion, it's not incredibly like sweet or even super chocolatey for a chocolate tea. Um, I tried steeping it more than once, and as expected, it only lasts one steep. I think the previous one, the strawberry one, it lasted. It still was okay for the second steep. Um, yeah, for this one, it's okay. I don't think I would buy it again because it wasn't like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I mean, I'm curious to try their other teas and see how if there's anything else I like, since it is a cheap tea brand. And yeah, that's what I had for
Cheap
this
is
one.
good. Cheap is
Hmm.
justice.
Yes, cheap fuels my tea stash.
Cheap fuels everyone's hoarding tendencies.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's dangerous for
I
sure.
believe. All right, the next one is
Yeah.
Kip's.
Yes, back to David's tea. This one's kind of an interesting one. So this is David's
Hmm.
tea's cookie dough blend, which I think is supposed to be discontinued, but you never know with them, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's my picture. So their description that they use, I mean, the listing is still there. It's just that you can't purchase it. So
Mhm.
satisfy your inner cookie monster with this sweet and decadent white tea blend with almonds, walnuts, brittle chocolate chips, and a rich swirl of caramel. It's like growing up an instant chocolate chip cookie. And so yeah, you got white tea, you got some cocoa bits in there, nuts, almonds, and walnuts, and then there's if you could, I don't know if you guys can really tell, but if you look at the little cube-shaped things in there that are like a lighter tan, I think that those are the caramel pieces.
Huh.
I actually
Mm.
don't have any chocolate chips in the spoonful,
Hmm.
but
Oh,
supposedly they're there.
they're somewhere. Somewhere.
I'm surprised that this is a white tea blend and not a black tea
Yeah.
blend.
Yeah, it's a little.
I am too.
hmm So the reason they did this, I think, is to like really focus on the chocolate chip cookie flavor, because when you
Okay.
it, there's like no tea flavor. It's it smells like really good, very like sugary, nutty type thing.
Mm-hmm.
when when somebody in chat was like, not white enough.
Not wide enough.
Could
Yeah.
be like it's true. Um, so let's see, where was I? Caramel bits, that could be. It smells the same as like brewed as it does dry, but when you
Okay.
do with this one is that it's actually really weak. I think it might be because of the white tea component.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
barely any flavor to it unless you like really go ham adding scoops to your brew. So I usually do like 2 spoons to get anything out of it.
I
So
see. I see.
So it smells great, but it tastes like, I know this is going to sound like awful taken out of context, but it tastes
It's
like
okay.
nut water. Weak nut water.
Neat.
Not.
Kip.
I will not go on record.
Quick.
That's how it is.
Kip. Attention, universe. Kip has declared that this is weak nut water.
Nut water. Somebody clip it.
No. But yeah. So you guys know that I have a sweet tooth. I love sweet things. I
Yeah.
love my food as sweet as can be. I love sweets. I do not love this one, but
Okay.
Mm.
Is it
see that
not
it does.
sweet enough? Is it just more nutty than it is sweet?
I think it's stop. It's like how do I put this? There's no like depth to it really. It tastes sugary, but like
Oof.
not really like a cookie dough. It smells like a cookie dough, but it doesn't taste like a cookie dough.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
an oof.
I think they like messed up by not doing a black tea
Yeah, I think
and
a black
going
tea.
for the white tea. Yeah. Usually you expect something like sweet like this to be a black tea.
Mhm.
I've never really tried white teas like this.
I
Mhm.
think they were focusing perhaps they were focusing too much on preventing astringency that comes from the black
Yeah.
tea and not having the black tea to help lift it up
Yeah.
Mhm.
to be pairing well with the flavors, because white tea is a very delicate flavor that
Yeah, it
really
basically is annihilated.
yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of getting annihilated,
Annihilated.
I have
Annihilated.
annihilated this tea. The name of the tea is so damn long.
Oh yeah, that.
The
That's how you
Phoenix
know it's the
Dan
real
Kong
stuff.
traditional roast honey orchid aroma. And then something in Chinese letterings that I had no idea. But anyway, it's honey orchid oolong.
Hmm.
I think it's oolong. I don't know.
I think it is. Yeah.
It's like it's a tea, and I consumed it. But it's good.
The
So
tea.
this traditional charcoal roast honey orchid has a robust and bold flavor, and I can't read the rest of it because I definitely put it on top of Sid's face on top of it. But
Okay, I got you. Orchid has a robust and bold flavor and fragrance of honey and orchid flower, while being stunningly refreshing and extremely sweet. The iced tea is even more fragrant and sweet. It's a must try.
I mean, it's really good. It is really good.
Mm.
Like the dry smell was like sweet and earthy, and
Mm-hmm.
my comment was consider an alfalfa smell that's actually pleasant.
Alpha. Huh.
It's like
Like
if alfalfa were actually something pleasant to smell. I don't know.
Grass?
I don't like alfalfa, but like this
Mhm.
was like mildly similar to alfalfa, but it was like sweet and like a happy smell. I know that sounds weird, but it was
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah, sweet and earthy and not
Mhm.
like overpowering in the earthy department, but it was like I don't I don't know how to explain what my taste buds and nostrils experienced, but it was like when it was once it was brewed, it was sweet and earthy with a unique smell that you then after once you brew it, it's you don't get any alfalfa y. But and the taste is
oh.
really really good. And all
Mhm.
the earthy flavors are still present but not overwhelming. So you have like your robust oolong feelings as well as the whatever sweetness and roastness that comes
Mhm.
through. I really liked it. I don't know. I would still prefer the other one.
That makes sense. You really loved the other one.
I
Yeah.
would still prefer
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other one. If I had to choose an oolong, if I had to choose a straight oolong, I would choose the other one.
Mm.
If I
Yeah.
had to gift someone something, I'd probably choose this because it's still in stock.
But if the other one was still in stock, you would give that one.
I had
You,
no
you might
idea.
give
I
that to
think
yourself.
I think
I don't know.
in terms of
Yeah.
in terms of steeping temperature, I think this one I don't remember. This one might have been closer to boiling. So, see, of my friends who like tea, most of them don't have electric kettles that have specific temperatures. on their kettles. So they have to guesstimate if it's not a boil. So I think this one was slightly closer to boiling in terms of the brewing temperature, and that's a plus for people who don't have those electric kettles that have specific temperature gauges. Because I have one because I had to buy a new one this month because my old one broke.
Oh, dang.
It was painful. I mean, it was only $50 painful, but it was just sad. And so
Your friend who's been with you, you know.
and so my friends, they use stove kettles.
Uh-huh.
And so they can't do most oolongs or whites and a whole bunch of green teas because they cannot get the temperature correct.
Oh, that is sad, yeah.
This one I would probably gift to a friend since it's closer to boiling, is the steeping temperature. Assuming I remembered correctly, because I don't have the packet anymore.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it would definitely be like an easier tea for people to start out with.
For sure.
Because they don't have to focus too much on the temperature.
Ah, look. Someone in Sid's chat already clipped Kip's phrasing.
They're like, I got you.
Glorious. Thank you, Sid's chat. We appreciate you.
Thank you, DM Drugs, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, DM Drox.
Man.
So our next tea sounds delightful.
Oh, the Alpen mold wine. So I couldn't find. Okay, for some reason, a majority of my teas, you can't find it. I tried going on Victoria Tea's website to find this, but it wasn't there. So I'm thinking that it's just out of stock or they discontinued it.
Sid, Lord of the discontinued tea.
I know.
Rare teas.
So, I'm just picturing Sid having this giant hoard of tea and is just collecting them, not ever drinking them, just collecting the tea.
I mean, honestly, that's me. So yeah, I got this pre-pandemic on a trip to Canada in Ontario. That's why the origin says Ontario, Canada. So they described it as mountain fresh Bordeaux berry notes that are tempered with hints of sweet cinnamon. It is a gourmet flavored black tea. And the tea is all natural with no artificial flavors.
Fancy.
This was one of my only other bougie tea. The rest were like cheap teas. The other bougie tea was the serene tea one. Yeah. So for this, it reminded me a lot of a wassail, or what people would know as like a Christmas cider or punch. I think the description that they put, which is very brief, but
so now
I say wassail because in my community college, when we had our Christmas concert, we would do like a dinner and then a show, and at the dinner we would serve people a punch, but we called it wassail, and the show, the whole show was also called wassail.
Okay.
Yeah. But I assume this is,
isn't it properly pronounced a wassail or something?
Wassail? I don't know.
I don't remember.
It probably is, but everyone said wassail, so.
See, I wouldn't know. Like,
probably wrong.
The only like mulled wine that I'm very familiar. So first off, there's Glühwein, which is delicious. Glühwein, like, that's the mulled wine that I'm familiar with. And then if you ever have a cauldron, And if you ever have a sugar cone holder,
Ooh.
might I suggest a Feuerzangenbowle?
You
much-
have
So,
to type that out.
so a
What's that?
Feuerzangenbowle. So you take your wine, and I think it's like herbs and spices. I don't remember. I got pretty drunk. It was
Oh.
because the two times that you have it and you don't remember much afterwards because you just remember getting back home safely, and that's what's important. It's so you get your mulled wine in your cauldron. You take your cone of you get a cone of sugar. It has to be a cone of sugar, not sugar cubes, because sugar cubes is too much surface area. You put the sugar cone on top of this cheese grater looking doolally. Put it on top of your cauldron that's heated up. You pour rum over the sugar, soak the sugar in your rum, and then you light it on fire.
Okay.
And
That's
then
a lot,
once it's
right?
done being lit on fire, then you soak the sugar once more with rum, and then you repeat the process. And
Wow.
once all your sugar is gone, you consume.
Uh-huh.
Dang.
So it involves a lot of rum and a lot of wine and a lot of sugar.
Very extra.
It's
That does sound
delightful.
very extra. I mean, write it down for us and
Oh yeah, there's plenty of delightful recipes for it. I will be sure to post some in my Discord.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll try.
Not quite.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I put down that it's fruity and it's tart, but there's also a sweetness to it, because of the cinnamon. And you definitely get that cinnamon spice because it's kind of the well, not just the cinnamon, because you could see in the picture actually. There's another spice here. It's an well, no, that's the clove. Well, oh gosh, I'm forgetting my spices. Was that clove? Clove.
Mm.
And so there is cloves in there. I don't know why they didn't add that to the description. But yeah, like because of that, you definitely get that spice. Hence why it reminded me a lot of like Christmas. Um, it's definitely more spice forward than any berry. But yeah, but it's still really yummy. I actually really like it. It made for like a smooth and comforting and very yummy cup of tea that I would definitely drink on cold nights or just any time. I've not tried it iced. I'm assuming that I would probably prefer this hot rather than iced. It's probably not great iced because of the spice. But I mean, if that's your thing, then you could also try it iced. But you can't because I think it's discontinued.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
But cha.
Yeah. So the next one.
All right, this is my extremely budget option. This is the Trader Joe's original Irish breakfast black tea.
It looks like it's nice biodegradable packets.
They're really
Yeah.
nice packets. They're round for some reason, which is nice because it sits at the bottom of the mug really nicely, but it's hard to pull out.
They're trying to be different.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's an Irish breakfast, so the flavor of the tea is woody and herbal with a slightly bitter quality. It tastes like black tea, but so let's see, what about this one? Well, it's your black tea. I bought it specifically to be like a daily tea. I have not made great progress on it because it was a daily tea because there are so many other teas.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. That's an
Yes?
80 tea bags?
Yeah,
you did.
Oh.
literally 80. Yes.
Oh
That's a
man.
lot. There's like
Yeah, so it's been more than 80 days, so obviously I failed with the 1 cup of tea from this day. It tastes kind of dark, a little bit malty, toasty kind of flavor. Very like wake you up in the morning, like it's a coffee substitute almost, but it
Oh,
oversees
yeah.
it real fast because you can't fish it out of there because it's round and it's at the bottom of boiling hot tea. So you gotta drink
Nice.
fast.
Yeah, true.
It gets astringent pretty quick too, which I
Uh,
I assume it's just because tea bag, small fragment leaves, boiling water.
That makes sense.
So you,
And
a
it looks
spoon
like
right.
fairly small. It does look like
Mhm.
very, very small pieces of tea leaves.
yeah, they're very crunched up. Yeah,
Yeah.
but because it's so cheap, I don't really mind if I ruin a cup or two. And
Mm.
this one is what I usually do for my world famous condensed milk tea. It's
Yeah.
not
Ah.
the thing I do. So 2 of these bags, and then put like a centimeter worth of condensed milk in the bottom of the mug. Boiling water.
What?
It's strong. It's sweet. It's breakfast. You know.
That sounds
That'll
like a
wake
warped
you
Thai
up.
tea with just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely lacking all the Thai tea like spices, but it's almost there. It's real close.
Just add your own spices and mix
Yeah.
it right.
DIY.
Mm.
So I might try that if I can figure out which spices I have in
Yeah.
my pantry. But
Uh-huh.
I'm lazy.
Do
You know
it.
how
It's okay. I'm lazy
I'll
too.
report back.
That's like, I am impressed that
Yeah.
you bought just a box of tea that said the number 80 on it.
I know that would intimidate me. Not gonna lie, 80,
Right?
because I already have so much tea.
I'm like it sounds so intimidating.
Yeah.
It's black tea. I'm gonna drink it eventually. It was cheap. It was like $10 or less.
Oh.
So I'm not mad about it.
No,
Even
no,
if
that's a very reasonable price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, it's accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here it's not discontinued.
No, you can definitely still find Irish breakfast black tea.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
I think, in my
anywhere.
opinion, like, because there's like Irish breakfast, Scottish breakfast, English breakfast. I think Irish breakfast is my favorite of the breakfast, the traditional breakfast blends.
Yeah. I have yet to try Scottish breakfast, so that's on my to-do list, but I do prefer Irish over English.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely still need to try Irish and Scottish breakfast because I've only ever had English breakfast tea. I don't love English breakfast tea, so I'll see if I like Irish or Scottish.
And then our next tea, my last tea, is the Christmas tea, which from Tea Geschwender. I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce anything correctly anymore. So, the Yuletide made bright by the heavy spices of the season. Nutmeg and vanilla hide subtly behind a bold dose of cloves. So, Christmas tea. Oh, yeah, it's super festive. And it's super, I needed to finish it because it's no longer Christmas time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like there's black tea, orange peel, cloves, and then vanilla pieces, and then blah, blah, blah. So, this was my one tea that I finished off. I was determined to finish this off. I really only had a little bit left, which was part of the reason I was so determined. And it's like, I'm not gonna have this left over to next year.
Oh gosh.
So I mean, it smells like Christmas because the cloves and the orange peel.
Yeah.
And the brewed smell is much more mellow than the dried smell that I found. It's still Christmassy, but less obviously Christmassy.
I see.
And in terms of the taste, I put down as very pleasant, but nothing overpowering. And it's basically, I would say that it would be my resident black tea in the wintertime.
Oh, I see.
Specifically in the wintertime. But it's not something that I'm like, because the last cup of tea that I had of this, it was above freezing. Let's just put it that way. And I'm just like, this doesn't feel like the right weather for this tea.
Yeah, I get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like my Alpen one, I feel like I wouldn't drink it if it's not, cold or like winter time.
Right? Like, I would definitely buy this again in the future, but I would definitely only buy it again in Christmas time, which, by the way, this tea is only available between November and February. So,
Interesting.
Drink a lot of it in November and December.
yes. So, it's a seasonal tea, and it's definitely this website's definitely like, yeah, you can only buy it around Christmas time, so deal with it if you miss it.
Dang. No pity.
It's like merciless.
They're like, you missed it? Dang, that's too bad. That's rough.
Rip for you.
I would love to like have a side by side between this tea and your Alpen tea to see to see the differences, because it sounds very similar to each other, but with a few like 1 or 2 flavor differences.
Honestly, yeah, I would say the difference is just the fruit that's in it, because yours has orange and mine has like berries of some sort.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I'm really curious about it too.
Yeah.
Because orange is for Christmas, but then berries sound like they'd be good. So like,
Right? But it was more spice forward, so I don't know.
Right?
We just don't know.
And like, I don't like, this is like not related to tea at all, but orange and Christmas just reminds me of and from your Trader Joe tea, it just reminds me of like the orange chocolates
Ooh,
that
yes.
you can get from
Oh
Trader Joe.
yeah, the orange chocolate things.
And it has like slices of orange. Like,
I've seen those in stores before.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had any. I've seen them,
Yeah.
but like I see them, and when I was a kid, I would want them, and my parents were like, "Ew, no."
Oh no! Why?
Too much sugar, not allowed.
No, my parents. No, it's well. First off, it was usually my mother, and my mother just doesn't like the flavor combination of orange and chocolate, so she would just be like, "Ew, no." And now that I'm adult, I see them. Actually, I haven't seen them in a long time.
Oh.
But when I see them, I go, I can't eat all that in one sitting. Nah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not like a one sitting thing.
It's like I can't eat all that by myself.
Yeah, we'll just eat like maybe 1 or 2 slices and then just like fold the foil back up and then store it until we want. Yeah, I usually get the dark chocolate one because
There's a dark chocolate one?
There is. There's a dark chocolate one. There's a milk chocolate and a dark chocolate one. I always get the dark chocolate one because I just prefer dark chocolate over milk.
I want it.
So maybe you could find it somewhere and order it and just slowly eat it.
No, that'd be. I mean, I could.
You could.
I could, but I'll just have to keep that in mind to next winter time.
For when you order this Christmas tea again.
So our next tea sounded very nice and relaxing.
Oh yeah, this is also a cheap tea. I'm pretty sure you could still get this. You could still find this.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, there's a specific link. So, Sweet Slumber. I think we also got this from a department store from Marshall's. I believe Numi Teas, you can find it in a lot of stores. I think. I feel like I've seen it not just in department stores.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. So it says this tea features a dreamy blend of herbs, chamomile, and potent valerian root that relieves stress and inspires rest and relaxation. The combination of pro-sleep and anti-anxiety herbal ingredients creates a calming bedtime experience. So this was the tea that I said we did finish off because it was a shared tea for the family. So a lot of times my sister would make just a pot of this tea for my mom, and then I would make my own cup. So it was easy to finish it off. And it's definitely very 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 yummy. Like I liked it. It's relaxing.
It's definitely a sleepy time tea because valerian root is
Valerian.
Valerian root.
Valerian. Yeah, the chamomile, the lavender, and the valerian. Oh, nice. The best sleepy time tea you could have with those three
Mm-hmm.
combinations. Perfect. It definitely, you get cozy and you get a cup of a tea like this. You're set for the night.
I bet.
Um, yeah, yeah. I liked having this tea as I like wind down for the day, and maybe just watch while I'm watching videos with brew or something, and it was nice. I would definitely buy this again.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It sounds super
Hmm.
pleasant.
Yeah. It smells delightful. I love the smell of chamomile and of course lavender, but I don't know if valerian root has a distinct smell. Usually
Mm.
chamomile and lavender are pretty strong scents. So I wasn't sure if I smelled any valerian root in the dried smell. But yeah, definitely you can you can get the other scents. I would say lavender is a stronger scent than chamomile. But yeah, I mean, if
Valerian root has a strong earthy odor, apparently.
Hmm.
oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Wow. Okay. Nice.
According
But
to the
yeah,
internet.
according to the internet.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Google.
Thank you, Google. Okay. The next one. Oh, the next one
The
is
next one is our last one.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is a kip tea again.
Mhm.
So it features pretty prominently in the picture, but this is another one of Harney and Sons' blends. It's a Victorian London Fog.
Wow, look at us.
So for those of you unfamiliar with your Starbucks drinks,
Oh, we can't do
the London Fog is a
Sunday
tea
next
drink
week because of
that
work.
is from the Victorian era. Apparently, it's an Earl Grey like a latte, but usually with a shot of vanilla syrup in it.
Too weird.
I see.
So in other words, this is a tea that goes well with your inclination to douse condensed
Exactly.
syrup inside of it.
Oh
It
yes.
does. Does it
So, yeah, I
stand
got
up to the dousing?
It actually does. I had some
Oh.
actually, so more on that later. Comes in a really pretty tin for a good cause, I think,
Yeah.
and it is mostly Earl Grey with lavender. You can kind of see the little lavender buds in there, but
Oh yeah, I see. If you like, squint and zoom in,
Mm.
you
there's like
can
some
see it.
little grayish looking bits in there that would normally not be appetizing, but it's lavender, so it's okay.
Yay!
And like it doesn't look like that much, but I would consider it to be more lavender than Earl Grey.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's your usual lavender Earl Grey tea. They're pretty even in strength, but a little bit stronger on the lavender side, which is good.
Mhm.
I'm usually afraid of like strong lavender teas because
Oh, really?
it's easy to like push it over the edge and have it just be like too much lavender, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Says me who
Lavender
just like less than 5 minutes ago applied some lavender lip balm.
I love lavender, but it's definitely a scent and flavor that overpowers a lot of other things.
Yeah, it's good. It's just, too much is too much and
Mm.
not
Mm.
enough, is not enough. And Earl Grey is like hit or miss for me.
Mhm.
I usually want some sweetener with it, which, yeah, is a given.
Mm.
Uh, now, I know they say that there is vanilla flavor in there, but I don't really get that much of it. But
Mm.
you'll notice in the ingredients list also there's oolong tea, which I think is what is causing it to be able to stand up to like a longer brew time than I would usually do for a
That
black
makes
tea.
sense.
So there's not
Yeah.
it
And I
doesn't get
see
like
how there's
horrible. Mhm.
I never realized that the London Fog was just an Earl Grey, because the difference between like an Earl Grey versus like a black tea mix is the bergamot oil.
Mhm.
Because I didn't realize that about the Harney and Sons London Fog blend.
Yeah, basically it's just a little dash of bergamot on top that it was like boom, suddenly it's an Earl Grey.
I see.
Yeah.
Ah.
So yeah, I would say this one I would probably buy this again, honestly. It's good
Mm.
with a stupid amount of condensed milk, and it's good for people who are intimidated by lavender or by Earl Greys. So it's like a nice marriage of both. Not too bad on either.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm
I think just
I'm really
uh-huh.
curious about how this would compare against some of the lavender Earl Grey teas that I try to find.
Oh.
So I'm really
What would
curious.
what would you say is your current like favorite one from like any tea online tea store or brand?
Wait, was that a question for?
Oh, for
Leah?
yeah.
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 I'd have to whittle it down between types of teas, honestly. I have a problem. I mean, if it's a black tea, it would have to be lavender Earl Grey. For a green tea, it's Genmai Cha. For an oolong, it's gonna be this Ali Shan oolong that I just had this March.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad that I can't get more specifically from Serene Tea Cha. But and then for herbals, there's so many herbals. Herbals is a weird, wild and wondrous place. That I'm
Honestly,
not.
I love herbals.
I refuse to pick a favorite of herbals because herbals can be sweet or they can be like very herbally.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just like sometimes I want that like turmeric and ginger tea because sometimes I get tummy aches. And it's really useful, but sometimes I just want a pina colada in my mouth without the alcohol. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes I want that. And those are two very different flavor profiles in terms of herbal teas.
Oh yeah, dude. Completely
Like,
different.
yeah, herbal teas is wild. There's so much you could do with an herbal tea.
What's your favorite, Sid?
Oh my, that's so hard to be honest. Oh, I don't know. Like I've never picked like a specific favorite because they're just all so good in their own ways. And like you said, like sometimes I just um I just want something different.
Right?
Each
So
time.
of the 5
Yeah.
teas of let's make it easier. Of the 5 teas from this month,
5.
what was your
Of
favorite?
of the 5 teas from this month, I would have to say my favorite is definitely the strawberry fields because I'm a big strawberry lover. I love strawberry anything. Like one of my favorite like simple desserts is fresas con crema, which which is like a Mexican dessert, and it's essentially just like cream
And
and
strawberries?
evaporated milk with like strawberries, and I know you also use condensed milk to make it sweet.
Heck yeah.
So I
That
love
sounds
yeah,
delightful.
it's definitely delightful.
That sounds
I love
like ideal topping for for a shortcake. It's like screw
Oh, yeah.
strawberry
Pretty much.
shortcake. Let's have
Yeah,
this fresas with crema
yeah,
thing on
yeah,
top of shortcake, and that would just automatically make it superior.
yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's basically a strawberry shortcake without the cake. So just add some cake and then, bam, it'd probably be even better that way.
Kit, what was your favorite for this month?
gosh. I am a big fan of the two Harney and Sons blends. Between the two of them, Celebration or Victoria and London Fog, I'd have to go with the Celebration.
Ah.
Just because I like fruity stuff, fruit teas, more frequently than I want Earl Grey. Just by like a tiny margin.
Understandable.
It's just like, I don't know, it's well balanced. I have no complaints about it.
Nice.
That's good. That's nice. Yeah, I do agree. I really like fruity teas. Fruity teas would be my favorite.
All right, so
Yeah,
I think
that's
all we got for today, huh?
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty much for our stream
mm-hmm.
because we'll
And
have the rank.
yeah. Thank you all so much for joining from not Kip, Sid's stream as well as my stream.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate the people who stopped by to watch.
And Kip, do you have anything coming on this week that you'd like to share?
Oh man, I'm in the haven't made my schedule for this week yet club, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I will be streaming on Wednesday, the 31st. Is that Wednesday? Yes, that is
I
Wednesday.
believe that's Wednesday.
And I
Yes.
have no idea what I'll be doing yet, but I will be live sometime on that day at some point doing something.
Okay, that sounds nice. That sounds nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the other person in the haven't made their schedule club. I do I do know that I want to stream one of the days singing again. I've been holding off on singing streams just because of the DMCA stuff being complicated.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I assume as long as we're not playing the background music, it should be okay. It's just us singing. So I'll just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might just be doing more chill streams this upcoming week, but I might do like one or two game streams.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have made my schedule. I'm on team made my schedule last night because I totally forgot.
I see.
So tomorrow I will be doing an unarchived singing, and then Lodos, then doing some more, not some more, but starting the record of Lodos War Deetlit in the Wonder Labyrinth. It came out yesterday, and I'm super excited to, well, it was in early access already, but it came out officially yesterday, so I am excited to try it out. And I will upload the part that isn't singing to Twitch once the stream is over with. On Wednesday, I will be continuing some more of my Grandia playthrough, and then Friday will be the Just Chatting Week's End Wind Down, where we will drink some tea. I will be able to drink tea by then. I'm so excited, and I just need my desk.
Yay!
I'm so excited. And then on Saturday, I will be doing some more of the Record of Lodos War game. And to round out and finish the week. And I am super excited. And it's a very busy week. I might have overbooked myself, but
you really packed it in there.
I did. I just am really excited. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we should we mention our plans for next month?
Yeah.
Okay. So for next month, we have already decided on where we're getting our teas.
Yes.
Our teas from. We're gonna get it from David's Tea. So next month of April will be a David's Tea stream.
Yes.
At the end of the month, towards the end of the month at least. And like I said, we already picked the sampler set that we ordered. I already got my sampler set. It's their spring collection, like their recent spring tea, like sample box of teas. And it came actually pretty fast.
Mine actually arrived yesterday, so it also really fast. Like less than 5 business days, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah, for me too. It came super quick. I didn't expect it. I thought it would at least be a full week before I got it. But I was like, dang, my niece just knocked on my door, and she came in the room and was like, delivery. And I was like, what is this? And I saw David's tea, and I was like, oh, already? And it smelled like just out of the packaging, it smelled so good. So I'm like really excited for it.
I opened it. So what it is it's like you fold, you slide it out, and then there's all the
Yeah.
12 teas staring at you, and then you just,
Yeah,
the
and
whiff
you
of it,
can-
the aroma
Yeah.
hits you, and you're just like, ah, piss. I can't drink any of these right
Yeah,
now.
Oh, that's happening for you.
I gotta wait.
Like my little heart was just like,
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for it because it smells so good. And Kip, you still need to get it, right? Or did you already order it?
It's been ordered. I'm just waiting for, you know,
To arrive.
Mm.
I see. Okay.
it is
So-
on the
Hopefully
way.
yeah.
Yeah. But
So-
yeah, that's for next month.
Yeah, and if you guys are curious about reading along with our adventures before we consolidate all our notes and do our next Tea Club stream at the end of next month, feel free to read along with us as we discuss our tea ventures in my Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we discuss, so what we do when we are doing drinking along with each other in a sampler set like this is we start on a certain date and then we go along and we on the same day, we try it all out. And sometimes we are all in agreement, and sometimes one of us really dislikes it because it's chocolate, and the other two actually have a really great time.
That's
Yeah,
how it is.
usually Chip and I are having a great time, and Leah's like, "Dang, it's chocolate."
Leah's like, Leah's like, I can understand why people would appreciate this tea, but my taste buds are dumb.
Yeah,
Well, it happens. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like that one time, it tastes like a fish market. This is very nostalgic.
Yeah. Good memory. And I was like, oh, I hate it.
Doing this for 3 months now? That's crazy.
Yeah, 3 months.
Right?
I know. Time passes by so quickly.
Time is weird. Time is the weirdest construct.
It really is.
So with
Mhm.
so with that being said, I believe that's it for our stream tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
So once again, thanks everyone who
You.
who came along and watched with us, and hopefully you learned something. Maybe we enticed you to try some tea. But in all, thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the stream.
And
Thank you,
see you all
everyone.
next month for our next tea venture, our next tea club tasting and review.
Bye.
Bye.